okay, so now you are a woman of a certain age.
We hope so. Can you see my gray hair?
And I think that what is because Liz and I both went together at the Ailey School, and so we are in the dressing room changing, and we talk about a lot of things, including how we're feeling physically or whatever that day. And I've been watching both of our bodies.
Transformation.
Right, transformations of the weight gain, the weight loss, but not necessarily because of the dancerly thing, but just because of the life thing, you're aging. And your body is changing. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Mine started, let's say about maybe 12 years ago when I left Ailey. When you leave a company that you've all your life, it's been so like regimented in such a way. All I wanted to do when I finally stopped dancing, or when I said I was retiring, was just relax.
Yeah.
I did not want to take class. I did not take class. I ate everything I wanted to eat. Not that I didn't eat it before, but I was burning.
Right, exactly.
Before.
And you know what happened. There's a difference between eating and burning and eating and sitting on the couch.
Yeah, exactly. A slouch potato. Got the
couch potato.
A slouch potato. A couch potato.
It's almost the same thing.
That's a good one though,
slouch potato.
But I understand what that means now. When you see in television, all they do is eat their potato chips, fried chicken, and all that. I actually did that for a while.
And did you blow up?
Not immediately.
I mean, not like a ballpark
but through the years, as like you would have your tests and whatnot, right? Your doctor's appointment, and you would weigh in the scale and go like, oh, I gained a little weight. I mean, I was coming from 98 pounds.
So you were like 100, no biggie.
Oh yeah, 105. 105.
No problem.
That's great.
Were you noticing it? I mean, did it bother you?
I was noticing.
Did you like it at a point? You're like, oh, I got a little booty.
Yes.
And then you were like, oh wait.
Yeah. There were actually 3 summers ago, and I said, I'm kind of filling out right in the center, but I was looking kind of sexy in bathing suit and bikini.
Something.
And then last summer, I so remember this so well, right? Because you sit down in your bikini, and you can't help. You either have it or you don't have it. The rolls. Right. And I literally had rolls. I mean, I know no one believes it, but I literally had rolls in my stomach.
I'm so glad you said nobody believes it, or people are like, oh, you're not fat at all.
Exactly.
But I always like to say, especially for a blog like this, that your body image is completely personal.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with what anybody else sees, or it's how you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
And that was completely like an out of body experience.
That was definitely an out of body experience and awakening.
Yes.
You kind of look at yourself. I love getting under the sun and getting tan and whatnot, and I literally saw lines in my stomach, not because of the tan, but because of the ripples were hiding it. I'm not kidding. And at that time last year, I said,
you staged an intervention for yourself.
Well, I still couldn't help it, because I love the good life, it's like,
right, you're like, yes, of course.
My husband loves to cook for me, and I cook. I mean, he would cook, I would eat, and I ate. I mean,
so now it becomes the balancing out of like, how far?
Right.
Because you have to have your limits. You go like, this is just not okay.
Right.
For me, it's like I know.
Well,
I'm
also your
bigger.
clothes starts going like, I'm
the
buying a
size.
Hello, 8. I was a size 0, and now I'm a size 8. I mean, it was a little frightening. And then I started for the first time in my life, because I had to teach at Harvard that next year, that semester. I said, I can't go to Harvard looking like this. So I started for the first time in my life dieting.
Interesting.
I actually bought one of these Medifast, a diet thing. And I think you even saw that.
I just think it's funny because, we have this whole idea about dancers and restricting and, we're talking about it on the site. But the idea that you went through your whole career having never dieted, and then only after, post.
Yeah. But this is through the run of like 10, 12 years.
Right.
That you really beware, because you really don't, it kind of like creeps up on you.
Because also it's also you're not being
not aware.
as active
Yeah.
as anymore, but it's also the idea that you're maturing as a woman, and so
Yeah.
the woman's body,
Menopause,
as that starts
that whole
happening,
change.
it doesn't react the same way.
No, it doesn't.
3 days of being like, oh, let me eat salad. You used
Yeah.
to do it, and then all of a sudden
Yeah,
you're like,
I used to be able to lose
whoa.
weight in a second.
Right.
And now it's like, I haven't eaten this, I haven't eaten that. I never used to go through all this, and I'm still not losing weight.
Right.
But also because I wasn't exercising. I mean, my joints were getting stiff.
Right.
I was getting this problem, that problem.
So did you start feeling like outside of your body? Like there's a point where the relaxation is good. You're like, oh, I'm so thankful to sit down and I have to do.
Right.
But then all of a sudden, the
Yeah.
back part of it is, wait,
Yeah.
I am a physical person.
If you stop using it and working it, it gets, creaky. You got to oil those joints.